Okay, welcome to this week's Take 10. A few notes before we begin. This session will be recorded live. We encourage you to use the live chat function. All chats will be monitored by a member of our team. However, they will not be part of the session recording. Recordings will be uploaded to our YouTube channel within 24 to 48 hours. And please stay tuned for your chance to an incredible prize package with a retail value of over $100. Okay. Today's topic, webinar title is Family Violence Prevention Month. November is Family Violence Prevention Month. My name is Karen Laboucaine. I am one of the counselors with Northern Lakes College, and that is my email address. I'm sorry, I thought Barb was going to be my moderator, so I added her on there, but it's actually Karen Campbell is my moderator today. Okay? Thanks, Karen. Family Violence Prevention Month for November. I was talking to one of the girls at the women's shelter today. She's the Family Violence Prevention Coordinator, not today, earlier this week, because I wanted to get some info from her to find out what points were important to present for this topic as she works with it daily. So some of the things that she told me were, family violence does not discriminate. It does not matter what color you are, red, yellow, white, or brown, or any other color. It does not matter. It does not matter if you're rich, poor, or anywhere in between. Family violence can happen to anyone. It's really surprising when you hear about it happening to, like I said, it does not discriminate whatsoever. Okay? If you have a family member, a friend or family member that you suspect may be in a domestic violence situation, do not be afraid to ask them. I asked this of this girl, her name is Anne Fritz, and I said, is it okay to ask if you think they're in the situation? And she said, it's similar to if you think someone is suicidal. Don't be afraid to ask. And let them know that they're not alone. Let them know that you believe them, and encourage them to set up a support system for themselves and help them to set up a safety plan. I was talking to the coordinator for victim services, and he is going to send me they have some pointers for setting up a safety plan. A couple of things that he did mention was to always have your phone charged, keep gas in the car, and have a signal code. If you are in that situation in your support system, have a signal code to let them know that you may be in danger. And he said he's going to email me some of that information, so if anybody wants more info on that, I can send it out. Okay? Often when someone is in this situation, their partner will try to keep them isolated. But as their friend, help them to maintain their supports. Try not to let them get isolated. Keep contact with them, call them regularly, visit them whenever you can. So help them to maintain their supports. This is the abuse cycle, the tension. Can we see it? It's kind of small, eh? So what it is the tension cycle. You know that it's coming. You can feel it. It's building up and it's stressful. And then it blows and the violence comes. The person can be in danger and the violence comes. And then they go into the honeymoon cycle where there's a lot of remorse and guilt and promises and I talk about I'm talking about women as victims, but women are not always victims. The males can be victims as well. I've seen in my work with the college and with others that men can also be victims. Men, however, often when men are the victims, it's a lot of times it's more emotional and psychological abuse, whereas when the woman is the victim, it's most of the times it's physical. Okay, so those are the stages, the abuse cycle. There's the tension, the violence, and the honeymoon. And the longer it goes on, and the longer the situation, the people stay in the situation, the shorter each session becomes. The tension session will get shorter, and then the violence, and then the honeymoon phase will be shorter. So it gets to the point where it's happening way too much and can be way more dangerous. Okay. Sometimes when someone is in that situation, however, they will sometimes poke the bear, is what Anne told me. What that means is they will try to control the situation. They're in the tension phase and they know that it's going to happen. So they try to manipulate the situation. They will make sure that the kids are not around or anyone else, so no one else is going to get hurt. They try to control the situation and like I said, manipulate the situation. Then when they they will sometimes do something to provoke their partner, and so they can get it over with. And then they try to choose their battles. Often when a victim is in this situation, they feel guilty and think that they are not doing anything to help themselves. But let them know that they are. Choosing their battle is doing something. It may be all that they can do at the time, but it is something, and they are working on it. I think the last, I read a statistic not too long ago that someone in an abusive relationship will leave 7 to 12 times before they finally leave totally. Okay. If you are in this situation, know that you do not need to feel alone. Do not feel ashamed. It is not your fault. And maintain your support system. Do not lose your support system. There is help available. There are women's shelters in the area that are there to help, and Victim Services is another resource. I was talking to Caroline, the coordinator for Victim Services today, and I was asking her for a little bit of information. And she told me that if you go on the website and you Google Alberta Women's Shelters, it will give you the whole list of all the shelters in Alberta, or you can probably Canadian-wide, but you can get all the ones from Alberta, and they will, and their contact numbers as well. And she said, and there's also a button on there that you can click that will erase it. So if anyone happens to check your computer or check your contacts, that will be erased, so you don't have to, no one knows you've done that. But it's a good way it's another part of the safety plan. If you know of someone, if you're in that situation, or if you know of someone that is, to have them maybe have this contact ready for them. acws.ca. Excellent, Karen. Okay. We know it's not an easy situation, and it can be very dangerous, and it is scary, but there is help. The Northern Lakes College has 4 counselors available. They are all willing to help. They will help you navigate the situation or your circumstances. If you need to get help, if you need to get to a women's shelter, we can help you do that. Yeah, we are here to help. Okay. You're not alone. We are here to help. I know sometimes in the more isolated communities, it may be a little bit harder, but there are services out there, and there is help. And I can't stress enough to maintain your support system. Keep them, don't lose them. Stay in contact. Especially in these times right now, it's kind of, everybody's kind of isolated, and they're nobody's traveling as much, and it's a little bit scarier. But that's why we need to maintain those contacts and that support and those friendships, because they may be feeling some of what you're feeling as well. They may be feeling lonely and isolated as well. So it's good to be support for each other. This is a lot. I know this is pretty heavy, but I just wanted to, yes, exactly. Just keep those supports, keep them, and keep our numbers handy. As I said, we have 4 counselors who are more than willing to help. We want to help. You can reach us through the 1-800 number that is listed, and the extension 3222, or you can reach through the email address counseling@Northern Lakes College. Also, just about all of the AFs are back at work at the campuses. So if you're in a specific community and you know the number for the campus, you can call the campus and ask the AF to transfer you to Counselling Services, and they can do that for you if you happen to not have the number handy. So that's also another option for you. Thank you for attending. Like I said, it is a some heavy stuff, and if you want any more information, send me an email, because I said Brian is going to send me some more information on the safety plan tips. If anybody wants those, I can forward those out to you. And if you want any other information, I can check with both Brian and Caroline at the Women's Shelter, and we can get out more information. Okay. Lastly, make sure you enter in your chance to win an NLC Wellness swag bag. The deadline to enter this week is November, no, that's not today, 19th. It's Thursday at 3:30. And the subject line for this week, or the secret word, is Lifeline. Email counseling@northernlakescollege.ca and put Lifeline in the subject line, and your name will be entered into one of those swag bags. I haven't seen any of them myself, but I heard they've got some pretty good stuff in there. Okay. Thank you again. Thank you for sitting in. Hopefully it's information that you guys can use, and keep us in mind. If you or anyone you know, or anyone you think may be in dire situations or in any kind of these situations, let us know and let us help. Okay? Thanks, everybody. Enjoy the rest of your week.